Welcome into our next episode of Nix Stars in Lockdown, and great pleasure to catch up today with David Ball, looking very relaxed in the Wellington sunshine. Bally, how are you enjoying isolation and lockdown, if enjoying is indeed the right word?
Good planning obviously helps when the weather's obviously like this. Just said to you off camera there that I'm up out the way, just so the boys don't jump on my shoulders as I'm speaking to you.
So two young sons. I mean, that in any situation, lockdown or not, is a handful, right? How are they going, not being able to go out and get active as often as they would normally?
You know, as a parent, it's just finding them little things to keep them occupied. They're always on the go, so we've been trying to get out, go for walks, go for bike rides. We've been doing a bit of painting. Been painting this morning some of the Easter eggs that they're going to put in the windows for people walking about. So we've jumped onto all that sort of stuff on with the bears as well in the windows, going out counting the bears. So we've just been trying to keep them going.
Are either of your boys footballers, or I mean, they're still what, 8 and 5, I think, aren't they? Is that about right? Are they
Mason's 8 and Jude's will be 5 in May. But yeah, they go down to the ASB and they do the futsal there, and they're obviously they was waiting for the Winter League. My oldest was anyway. He's playing down at Seaton. So yeah, it's my oldest lad. He's huge football, so he pretty much follows everything that we do and everything that goes on around the world as well.
Of course, you were with the team in isolation over in Sydney, and while you were there were obviously some measures taken over here with border closures, etc., for non-New Zealanders. Was there ever a thought in your mind that perhaps you wouldn't be able to get back?
I think I felt all right about the situation. I think New Zealand's a quite understanding place in terms of family, and I felt that if we put across that my family was still here, that there was a chance that I could get back. And yeah, it's not nice to have that thought in your head. I think that night I was trying to plan for the children and my wife to meet us back in the UK on the Tuesday, the night after we found we was coming back. So that was quite stressful, and I was trying to sort some flights out to the UK from Sydney to meet them as well. So that was all a bit of a last minute rush, and I think my wife was a bit more, she was a bit more upset than I was about the whole situation. But I was just hopeful that we could get back into the country, and I could continue isolation back here with my family.
And there was never any thought, David, to once you got back, to all four of you going back to the UK, you're quite happy to wait it out here for the meantime?
Yeah, I thought we've got a good support unit around here. We've been really lucky in terms of the locals, the local neighbourhood here that have helped us settle in, and my wife feels quite comfortable here. So it was one of them where the UK is obviously, in a lot worse place than New Zealand is, and I felt safety was priority for the family. And if we've enjoyed it that much here, that we obviously wanted to come back here, and we knew that the outdoor walks and is a bit better than the Manchester walks.
What about the football, though? I mean, you're a footballer. You're a professional footballer, have been for a large part of your adult life. How much are you missing being on the grass?
It's just so strange. I think for a footballer as well, usually we have May to June off. So it's one of them situations where we kind of know what we've got 4 to 6 weeks now. We've got to keep ourselves fit, and we go back on so let's say July the 1st. But in this scenario, we don't actually know when we're going back, so it's quite a weird scenario. I was speaking to Tails yesterday on FaceTime, and it was almost like we retired, but we've not. In a feeling of this must be what immediate retirement feels like. So yeah, we're obviously trying to keep ourselves fit, and I'm out on the bike or running or doing some programs in the back garden. But it's just all up in the air all over the world, and I think speaking to friends back in the UK and stuff like that, it's just a strange time for everyone in all different walks of life.
How is the skipper, Stephen Taylor, getting on? He's got no kids or anyone to worry about, I don't think. So how's he getting on by himself in his palace up on the hill?
Yeah, he sends me daily videos just to keep himself amused, I think. But no, he's doing all right. He knows how to be on his own, so he's I check in on him 3 or 4 times a day just to keep in touch, and so we send each other the sessions that we're doing, and make a little bit of competition to you do it, I do it, see how we get on, and no, he's all right up on the hill there with his shakes and his all these other little bits and bobs.
Now, of course, his jet ski has become pretty famous, but I understand that you've got one and Garry Hooper's got one. So there's the 3 English guys out on jet skis. Is this right?
That's right, yeah. He somehow talked us into one when he got his. I think he was very lonely on the water himself, so he taught me and Hoops around to get him one. And yeah, I've got Hoops in my garage at the moment, because obviously he's gone back to the UK. So yeah, we used to get out on it quite often, for an hour here, an hour there, and it's been good fun with the kids as well. So no, I've enjoyed it. Obviously, he gets a lot of press for his, because that's his probably partner.
The camaraderie that this team has quickly built seems, from the outside looking in anyway, to be very, very strong, and it's I guess easier when you're winning games and things are going well, but there seemed to be that culture there anyway. How difficult has it been being away from these guys who are effectively your football family at the moment?
Yeah, it's tough. I think day to day, I miss going in day to day, having a joke and a laugh with the lads, and training together, and I'm sure everyone else does. We did a sort of like a Zoom session yesterday where we all took like a class, and the management and the staff was all part of it, and we all did a workout together, and then had a little bit of a catch up on that. So that was quite fun. But yeah, it's unusual not to be around your teammates at a time where the season should still be here, and especially how well we've been doing, and we was all optimistic that we could do something very special.
Well, you were doing something pretty special. I mean, into 3rd place, looking for the highest ever finish the Phoenix have had. You personally, 19 of the 20 games, you just missed that one through injury. 6 goals, 4 assists, just really a key part of the side. Are you pleased with the way your move to Wellington Phoenix has worked out?
Yeah, I think definitely. I think you all have individual targets and targets as a team, and I think both of them are being met and currently, and I think the way the team's going, I'm just so happy for the group of players and staff of how hard we've worked, that it's coming. Everyone's seeing how good of a group we are. So yeah, I think for me personally, it's good to get goals and get assists and everything, but you're always remembered as well in a good team, and I think that's so important here, that there is a big team. It is a team, and we've done fantastic.
A couple of things I need to ask you about. One, I don't feel particularly qualified about, and that's haircuts during lockdown, right? Because of course you can't go to the barber or the hairdresser, and I know that there are members of the Wellington Phoenix side who pride themselves on that sort of thing. You're looking all right. How do you think some of the other guys in the team will be going without being able to get to the hairdresser?
Oh, it'll be tough. It'll be tough for some. I went on yesterday. I'd not shaved, so it was quite a bit of a bushy beard, really. My wife had been on at me to shave it, and then I got on yesterday on the Zoom, and I got a bit of stick for it, so that got whipped off straight away before this interview. But no, yeah, I think there'll be a few who get the weekly haircuts. I'm sure I'd like to see Josh's Serios at the moment. Stephen Taylor, just for men, won't be obviously an essential package at the moment, so he'll be struggling with his grey hairs. But other than that, yeah, it's something we should really do. Really,
Absolutely, and yeah, absolutely. Before and after kind of shots, I think that'd be good. There'll be a rush on, or be a rush on hairdressing, and also coffee, because footballers love their coffee, right? How are you getting on without being able to get a proper coffee?
Yeah, that's been strange. I actually bought a coffee machine when I actually arrived here, but I don't actually use it because I don't actually like it. I don't actually like the coffee, so. But no, there's the odd text of, how great would it just be to go and get a coffee, lads. But no, yeah, it's tough without that fix. But I feel like I've come off the coffee for these 2 weeks.
Have you thought about life after football? It's a long way away. You've still got a number of years left. But have you started to think about what that might look like, and will that be involved in football?
I would love it to be, Piney. I've from the age of 7, I was put into football from the age of 7, and that was all my life has been ever since. I've dedicated it all towards football every weekend. Not doing things with my friends. All them sorts of things. I've dedicated it all to that, and you know what? It's all I know. So I try to explain it sometimes as a football. I think when you leave school at 16 and you don't really know where you want to go, I think that's probably retirement. But we've obviously now we've got an opportunity where we can look into things, and there's so many good platforms where you can use to look beyond football whilst doing football. So no, I think coaching for me would be my ideal go-to. I've done my UEFA B license. I'd like to go into my A license back in the UK at some point. Probably it was something I was looking at maybe to do this summer or the summer after. So yes, get the badges sorted, and then look into some of the lines of different stuff.
Well, that's a long way away. And if we just take it back to the modern day, just to finish, have you had any sort of communication around what the immediate future might look like? Things seem to be going in the right direction here in New Zealand, but of course there's the international travel to Australia. Are you really just waiting like the rest of us to see when sport might start again?
Yeah, I think it's just day by day. The Phoenix have been fantastic in terms of keeping in touch with us and pretty much letting us know what they know up until the current situation. Daily. So yeah, we've had communication with them, and it's just it's obviously frustrating all around. I think everyone wants to get back to the normal lives, and we're the same. It's just a frustrating time for everyone, but keeping looking out to everything that's going on. We've all got a special time where we can spend with our loved ones, and use that as part of getting through this.
All right, Borley. Hey, good to see your face, mate. Good to chat to you. Thanks for taking the time.